Hey everyone! One of the best blaster from last year was probably this xshot Fury X. I mean, the performance were pretty solid, and this is pretty much the cheapest magazine-fed primary blaster you can get on the market. But how far can I push it performance-wise to consider it as a true primary? That's what I'm gonna try today. My goal here, 210 FPS would be pretty satisfying out of this small Fury X. First, let's go inside for the restrictor. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I mean, this blaster is a breeze to open. You start by removing the quick spring access and muzzle from the blaster by removing the 2 screw from the pin and then the 2 screw on each side of the prime member. Then you can remove the spring, remove any tension. Again, this blaster is a breeze to open. So remove all the screw, open the shell, take that little pusher and that little restrictor from inside the blaster. This is what can cause you consistency problem in your blaster. You take that little restrictor, you just twist and pull to remove it. Now that that restrictor is removed, we can put back everything together inside of the shell. But while we're at it, we're gonna check for spring, because your spring need to fit around that little post on the prime member and on the plunger. And for that, I had this beefy thing into my arsenal, which is a 604blaster.com spring. It's a BC25 Spring, a 5.5 inch, which I had to cut out a bit to match the original length of the original spring. This thing fits like a glove on the prime member and the plunger, and it's free inside of the shell. Therefore, it was my main choice. A bit stiff because this is 2.2 or 2.3 millimeter wire, but still, this is going to be my choice. To install a new barrel on this Fury X, I am gonna need a collet to hold the barrel in place. I made a small Google search, went on printables and find one by the user Red Cowl. Good job, man. Your collet is working very good. I am gonna leave the link in the description. This is the profile of the guy who made that nice collet for the Fury X. Same process as when opening the blaster. You put the spring inside, you put the prime member, screw the prime member on the shell. Then you can put the first part of the collet on it with the 2 pins from the blaster, screw them in place. Then we can insert our barrel all the way down and use a little collet tip to go on it and lock it in place. Let's try to see if my new spring was catching. Yes, it was catching, but this was kind of a huge beefy prime. I mean, with the stock form of that Fury X, with that shape of a blaster, priming it from behind was far from being fun. Plus, I had to hold it very, very tight because that BC25 Spring is very, very stiff. So I needed to address this issue on it. So let's go on forward with one of the idea I had a while back ago, making some kind of a bolt action carabine style for the Fury X. And to do this, I went up to Tinkercad, made a quick small project and designed myself what will end up looking like my stock adapter. And then I designed a stock member to go on it and a buttstock to go at the end, plus a little bolt that I wanted to do to convert this top prime Fury X to a side bolt prime Fury X. And with the stock, it would be quite easy to compensate for that very, very stiff prime I have on the blaster. Once the kit is secured on the blaster, here we have my carabine style bolt prime Fury X. And I gotta say, that prime is very, very stiff. Not very hard, but very stiff. I still need to correct 100% of the seal where the barrel enters inside the dart gate. It might be a little loose somewhere because sometimes worker barrel are a bit loose. I'm gonna put a bit of Teflon tape, but generally the thing is done. And the chronograph test was not bad at all. I just took a handful of used dart and ran them to the blaster, and the numbers were pretty crazy. 240, 244, 246, 249.9. It's almost a 250 FPS blaster. And when asking around about this Fury X, most people complain that this is a blaster that's maxed out at around 180 or around 200. You can't even output anything more than that. Apparently I did, and I even think my 35 centimeter barrel is too much. I might even have to shorten it down to tune my blaster a bit more, like 2, maybe 3 centimeters to have a better optional length on it. But generally, I have achieved it. 245 FPS blaster with that Fury X, and for a rather low cost, honestly. That little collet on printable was free and cost a few cents a filament. Same for the stock. I mean, the whole stock completely may be getting $4 of filament and a few hours on the printer. The spring inside is like a $5-7 spring that I barely cut down to put inside, and the barrel didn't cost me anything, but it's like $10 for a worker barrel of this length. So generally, it still remains a low budget primary blaster, even more if you do everything yourself on the blaster. And it's kind of a powerhouse. I mean, really, I was aiming at 210, 220, being optimistic on this blaster. Reaching 250 is amazing. Well, that's it for this small video. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at @DollarNordGuy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to notify for my latest video. This was Dave Fatag. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.